six, five, four, three, two, one, zero. Greetings everyone, this is me again, Zara Bazilk. As usual, come to help the Muslims leave Islam and trying to find out why it says connected twice here. Not, just give me a moment please. So connected. I just want to, the other device. So this is answering a Sufi Muslim who came in my previous live stream. The live stream's name here is, what is the name? Searching for it, just a moment. Conclusion to Surah 73, Ayat 10 against Surah 48, Ayat 16, Quran ayats. Okay, so in that, at the end, it's like 4 hours, 29 minutes long, the live stream. So in the end, I was, this Sufi Muslim person came and was telling me things. Why is it connecting twice? Sorry, I don't understand. So which device? All the... Oh, okay. I didn't see this. Yeah, the other device Bluetooth was on. That's why it was connecting twice. Have to put it off, the headphones, and then put it on. Sorry for this. I apologize for this. Okay, I'm kind of tired as usual, but more now. So please bear with me. My performance could be low today more than before. I was very shocking to hear about Mr. Muhammad Raza again on Zafar Heretic's live stream just a while ago. And then there was another murder of a lady, young lady. So now it's, okay, it's connected. Yeah, murder case. So that was shocking. I don't know why my heart went out. It was terrible for me. So please bear with me. I'm quite slow. Yeah, so last night also 4 hours. It was terrible. Later on, and I'm still tired, haven't recuperated. So the Sufi, I didn't take the screenshots or anything, but the Sufi man, or I don't know. Anyways, the Sufi person was telling me to take the essence of the Quran and many things, but partially answering him about like what the taking the Quran's essence or Islam's essence. So here we have, I didn't answer him actually through the Quran ayats properly. So I want to answer him now. I'm slow in all this, right? And also use the Quran ayats properly and answer some of his questions that not questions, but statements he made to us that this is Islam and take the essence of the Quran and all this. So like that, okay, some of his statements. So he said take the essence of, take its essence, like, and the idea of the Quran, the idea from the Quran and all this. So Surah 2 ayat 86, uh, then so it says here, then you are those killing one another, affecting a party of your people from the homes, cooperating against them in sin and aggression, and if they come to you as captives, you ransom them, although their eviction was forbidden to you. So do you believe in part of the scripture and disbelieve in part? So this is for the Ahl Kitab, or the Jews specifically. Still, when it's telling the Jews, the believers should not be doing this anyways, right? So stay away from this. So do you believe in part of the scripture and disbelieve in part? And it doesn't say in the Quran anywhere in any ayat that you should only take the essence of the Quran. So, and disbelieve in part. Then what is the recompense for those who do that among you, except disgrace in worldly life, and on the day of resurrection they will be sent back to the severest of punishment. And Allah is not unaware of what you do. So no compromise on this, and no taking essence from your own, saying things that you think this is Islam is wrong. Then from Quora, I found these verses. I was searching for the verses. It says, Surah 4 ayat, in Surah 4 ayat 78, say all things are from Allah. So the whole ayat is here. Should I read it out? So what is the matter with these people? This is from you. Say, O Prophet, both have been destined by Allah. This is a loosely put translation. The proper translation of this ayat, this part is, say all things are from Allah. Right? So then Surah 4 ayat 150 to 151. And you'll see here when 151 comes. So indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers, and this is like shirk, right? If you don't discriminate between Allah and His messengers, it would be shirk, like the polytheists. Okay, and I'll talk about this afterwards, after answering a Muslim Sufi. And say we believe in some and disbelieve in others, and wish to adopt a way in between, a moderate way, like the gray part or something, in between. I'm just explaining. So it's either, in Islam, it's either black and, or white, no gray in between, or moderation, or anything. Whatever you're commanded to do, and you have to do that. So whatever are the commands in the Quran, and it's a book of commandments also, not only a book of ideas. So the Sufis have got it wrong here, because you see, if they say that take the essence of the Quran and leave the rest, so what, this is for the believers also. Say we believe in some and disbelieve in others, they say. They wish to discriminate between Allah and His Messenger, and say and they say we believe in some and disbelieve in others. Indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers. So this is about the disbelievers. We believe in some, and it makes you a disbeliever, and wish to adopt a way in between. No, you don't have a choice. Those are the disbelievers, truly. And we have prepared for the disbelievers a humiliating punishment. Okay, you see in Surah Ra, there are ayats in another surah that you're supposed to use your aql, very, but that's something that needs to be combed out, when you can use your aql. But when the commands of Allah are given, you have to obey them. There you can't use your aql. Yes, you can use your aql to say, like, okay, this commandment has come because, it's wrong, it's harmful for you to do drugs. Okay, so that way you can use your aql, or men of understanding, or men of reason. But it depends how to use your aql. Like Allah says, reflect, and those who do not use their intellect, abomination, Allah puts abomination on them, lays abomination on them. That's the ayat. So, but now, if you're wondering, if your mind jumps there also, so I'm just explaining briefly like that. Hope you understand. So there are ways to use your akal, and there should be a lagam, reins to your akal. When the commandment is given, you don't have a choice. Believers don't have a choice when Allah and the Messenger have decided upon something, like Surah Ahzab, Ayat 36. So like that. And say we believe in some and disbelieve in others and wish to adopt a way in between. Those, Quran says, those are the disbelievers. Surah 4, Ayat 151. Truly, those are the disbelievers, and we have prepared for the disbelievers a humiliating punishment. So I told him that, the 12 Shias, they say that the Sufis, they don't call them deviants, but they say that Sufis have deviated from the path. But we're not like going and killing them and harming them and all this. No, no, no. We leave it on Allah. And when Imam Mahdi will come, we are behind Imam Mahdi. My Shias, I know them. What they, we don't go killing and all this. So unless it's even for the blasphemy, I don't know, in Iran, but I think they have to, the religious scholars have to decide there has to be a Sharia court set a court, proceeding for that person who blasphemes. Not that any Shia can threaten someone and say, oh, I'm going to kill you, or you'll see what I do to you, things like that. It's not like that. But I'm not sure 100% about that. If a Shia can do that, threaten someone on blasphemy. No, what you can do is you can contact the Shia Awqaf, go to your Shia Awqaf and tell them that this fellow Shia, she's become an ex-Shia and she's doing this. Then they will decide what to do best. But your Prophet, in Sunni Hadith, says he's killed and terrible, what not. Those are the disbelievers, you see. So when ex-Muslim Ahmad also, there was a Muslim who went there and he said something and said, go, please, because now you are going out of Islam. So he caught him there and then, and he, dropped him as a collar. Finish. Like, how much do we have to keep saying to you and showing you and showing you? Anyways, but I've made it a point to do that also, help you. See, so that calling us liars unnecessarily and then getting people into trouble also is not good. And we are prepared for the disbelievers a humiliating punishment. So taking some parts and believing in some parts and not believing in others is also puts you in the box of disbelievers. Surah 4 Ayat 152 says, as for those who believe in Allah and His Messenger, accepting all, rejecting none, He will surely give them their rewards, and Allah is all forgiving, most merciful. Oh, so here I've put 152 for this ayah. For this part, Surah 4 Ayat 150, the part which says they wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers. If it was between His messengers, we would have understood that there should be no discrimination between the messengers Allah has sent, but to wish to discriminate or differentiate, the other translator, it's like Allah and the messengers are the same, on the same footing. You see this? So it's shirk. So why against the polytheists? So this other point I needed to point out. In Surah 4 Ayat 150, while giving the answer to the Muslim Sufi, that we believe, they who say we believe in some and disbelieve in others. Like this is where it takes you, the Sufi Muslims. Wish to discriminate or differentiate between Allah and His messengers. meaning Allah and the messengers are on the same footing. So this is shirk, another ayat I found, right? And then why go and tell things against? You see, uh, so ignorant. Like, don't blame His Highness Aga Khan that he's God and all this. And then Surah Fat Ayat 9, honor him. It's the same, him, Allah. Yeah, so, but it's actually the messenger, honor him and praise him morning and evening. There's no difference between Allah and the messengers through this ayat, this part, Surah 4, ayat 150. Do you see the shirk? Hope you see it. And then I read the other 152 also, as for those who believe in Allah and His messengers, accepting all. Okay, you say here, accepting all messengers, rejecting none. He will surely give them the rewards. But this is like 150 of Surah Nisa. Wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers. And then, your footnotes and your tafsirs would explain what they'll try to get out of this, take you out of shirk. But it doesn't make sense. The ayat is telling you that you cannot differentiate between Allah and His messenger, His messengers. What does this mean? Then we have the Quran is a book of ideas, he said, something like this. So take it as a book of ideas, and we were like, I was like, what is this? So the Quran is a book of ideas, he said, and I said this is a revelation of judgments too, warnings and commandments, right? Not only a book of ideas. Surah 4, ayat 44 says, and whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, then it is those who are the disbelievers, you see? So it makes you a disbeliever if you say this is a book of ideas, take it as an essence, beautiful, the beauty, see the the recitation, just love for everyone. It's not like that, the way you're showing it and the way you're taking it. So I realized that the Sufis were escaping, and maybe the earlier ones, they were doing taqiyya, the polytheists. They would be killed if they didn't embrace Islam, and they would have to leave Makkah also. So I think they were in taqiyya, and they started to just hypocritically, on the face of it, not they had to say, okay, we're Muslims, but they kept their polytheism religion, right? And so this is how, through Sufism, or what we call now Sufism, they try to get out of it. So I don't have to read the whole Surah Ma'idah 44, just this part is enough, right? And whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, meaning this book, this Quran also, then it is those who are the disbelievers. So this is a revelation of judgments too. Warnings and commandments. I haven't given all the verses of warnings and commandments. Allah communicates in silence, he says, and tells Muslims to love. Yes. Only believers, so discrimination, right? And Allah, then he broke his silence with Moses. The Sufi Muslim told me Allah communicates in silence, and he told me something about love. It's not like love all, unconditional love for everyone. Embrace everyone. God embraces everyone. You can say something like this. Then you're a disbeliever. In His love, God has embraced you. Things like that, right? Polytheists can say this, but it's a very flexible thing. dharm or whatever, yeah, the way, or their sacred religion or spiritual people can say this, but Muslims cannot say this. Do you understand why? The Quran is like they take part of it, and by just using your mind to interpret and all this, as a Muslim, I don't think you're allowed to do that. Like go into philosophy, or maybe philosophers. I'm not sure about that. If you can, but you're supposed to follow Allah. The Shias are supposed to follow Allah and the Ahlul Bayt. We are told not to go forward, not to walk in front of them, but walk with them, not even behind them. When Mullah Sadra brought his philosophy, his own, by saying, "Oh, I'm having dreams" or something, even if you say like a prophet has come in my dreams, like Sheikh Asai, I don't know, but Mullah Sadra used some philosophy. Then he was taken out. He was expelled from this Shia, 12 Shia school of thought. He was excommunicated. So I don't know when you can use your mind and when you can't use your mind. I'm not very sure about it, but there are many Muslims who believe in Ibn Arabi and all this. So I have to be more clear on that when maybe make another live stream when I'm ready for it, or if I remember when we can use the judgments. The reason, akal. Allah communicates in silence, he says, and tells Muslims like it is a religion of love, and all. It's not a religion of love. The way he was saying it, it sounded like Islam is a religion of love. So yes, only believers, only love the believers, discrimination. Then he broke his. Okay, so I'll come to that afterwards, showing you the ayats where you can't love anyone, can't even be friends with your father, taking them as allies, or showing affection towards them. Believers are not supposed to do this. So I'll show you the ayats. But for now, then he broke his silence. Allah broke his silence with Moses, talking to Moses. Surah Taha and the other, where is it? Surah Qasas, we are told. And then kindly tell Pharaoh, but if he doesn't heed our orders, we will send a wrathful punishment on him. So there, the warning and the punishment against Pharaoh, you would say he was a tyrant and all this goes on. But it does go on, right? Another time, Allah broke his silence. Surah 75, Ayat 18. So once we have recited Allah saying we have recited a revelation. Now in the brackets and in quotation marks, that's not in the Quran ayat. Through Gabriel, that's not in the Arabic Quran ayat. It's not written that way. It just says we, and this means Allah. So once we have recited a revelation, Allah himself is saying we, as we, referring to himself as we, and reciting a revelation, this revelation. Follow its recitation. And closely put in quotation marks. So you're then told, or Prophet Muhammad is told, to follow its recitation. So Allah has to recite it. So Allah has broken silence. Maybe what the Sufi Muslim, some other religion, God knows where he's lost. Allah communicates in silence. The best communication is in silence. Surah 58, Ayat 22, you will never find a people who truly believe in Allah. Okay, truly in quotation marks. But who believe in Allah and the last day, loyal to those who defy Allah. and His messenger, even if they were their parents, children, allies to those who defy Allah and His messenger, even if they are their parents, children, siblings, or extended family. For those, Allah has instilled faith in their hearts, strengthened them with the Spirit from Him. He will admit them into gardens under which rivers flow to stay there forever. Allah is pleased with them and they are pleased with Him. They are the party of Allah. Indeed, Allah's party, Hizbullah, is bound to succeed. So then you're out of Hezbollah. You're not the party of Allah, and neither are you a believer. So you cannot you cannot be loyal or Surah, I think, I don't know, take allies or be loyal or show affection. So I've chosen this Dr. Mustafa Khattab, the Clear Quran translation. But in Arabic, see the word, whether it's affection or wadud or what is it, or awliyas. Then Surah, I've forgotten. I've done this ayat before also, and sorry, I've forgotten. Last day, loyal to those who defy. Loyal or showing affection. Then Surah 9, ayat 23 says, O you who have believed, do not take your fathers or your brothers as allies if they have preferred disbelief over belief. This is definitely all your allies, right, friends? If they have preferred disbelief over belief, and whoever does so among you, then it is those who are the wrongdoers. Surah 58, ayat 14, have you not seen those who ally themselves with the people with whom Allah is displeased? Ally, or those who give their loyalty to Allah. Loyalty, is it the word loyalty in Arabic? Doesn't seem like ally, awliya, from awliya, but maybe it's loyalty. So have you not seen those who give their loyalty to people with whom God is angry? They are neither with you nor with them, and knowingly swear to lies. So here again we go back to Surah. This would not be for the Sufis, because they think they have their loyalties towards the Prophet. That's what they can't explain why. I think it's they're escapists. You know, they want. They think, oh, they're going into the gnosis now, but they haven't covered each and every area of Islam, right? Through the Quran, ayats also, commandments and all that. They just jump to the gnosis. That you can do if you like to do that. Then you have in Hinduism, you can be a bhakt, right? What Krishna has said to Arjun, who is the greatest, the yogi or the bhakt or like that. So there's flexibility in that dharma, religion, if you may call it a religion, set of rules, system, like that, and God being there with Arjun in flesh, an avatar, or maybe an avatar Krishna. Have you not seen those who give their loyalty to people with whom God is angry? So here, who is God angry with? And why is Prophet going to please his wives? So I know what the Muslims will say, but just please, again, hold your horses, excuse me. Surah Tahrim, ayat 1, pleasing, he goes to please his wives. And then Surah Azab, ayat 57, were noteworthy is indeed those who abuse Allah and His Messenger. Some say abuse, translating the ayat to abuse, putting the word abuse. Some put the word annoy or hurt, right? And the Prophet went pleasing his wives and did something against God's command given to the believers in Surah Maida 87 on oath. And a wife of his divulged a secret, so they're not even Muslims. You can see the ayat, Allah and the Gabriel and the one who is righteous among the believers are his protectors, and moreover angels are his protectors. Do you remember the other ayat? So these wives were actually annoying the Prophet, we were told, and that's why he had to take an oath. On oath, sorry, prohibit himself what Allah had made lawful for him. Prohibit. So surely those who annoy Allah and His Messenger are cursed by Allah in this world and in the hereafter, and He has prepared for them a humiliating punishment. So according to the Shias, these two wives should be cursed. They should know better, and they were not forgiven. Or this translation, surely those who hurt Allah and His Messenger, Allah has cursed them in the present life. Wives should know better, his wives, right, than to hurt him and annoy him and divulge a secret. So, and the hereafter, he has prepared for them a degrading torment. So the Prophet should not have, should have divorced these two wives. Shouldn't have gone pleasing them. So surely the ones who hurt Allah and His Messenger, Allah has cursed them in the present life and in the life hereafter. And He has prepared for them a degrading torment. Surah 2 ayat 65 says, they love them as they should love Allah. Now, so this Surah 2 ayat 165, they love them as they should love Allah. This is about the polytheists or those who, put someone as equal with Allah. But those who believe are stronger in love for Allah. Okay, I should have put that verse too in my notes. It's stated in the Quran, Allah forgives not that partners should be set up with Him, but He forgives anything else to whom He pleases. To set up partners with Allah is to devise a sin most heinous indeed. Every Muslim knows this. Shia, Sunni, Ismaili, every Muslim knows this ayah. Surah Nisa 48, fourth chapter of the Quran, 48 ayat. Wikipedia. So I was very tired, and this is what I was able to do. This verse I brought up, they love Allah, and because they have also, there's another ayat which says they make equals with Allah. What? So we will go back to Surah Nisa, ayat 150. The Shirk ayat that I found. Yet there are men who take for worship others besides Allah as equal, meaning with Allah. They love them as they should love Allah. Right? This is the whole verse. So the Ismailis may say besides Ismaili Imam. You see here, Minduni, besides Allah. Okay. And the ones who take equals with Allah, not besides Allah, is in, I think, Surah Jinn, where equals with Allah. Okay, they make the jinns equals with Allah, though Allah did create the jinn and they falsely having no knowledge attributes on that. Yet they make the jinns equals with Allah. Sorry, it's like this. I'm just no. Do not make with Allah. No. One is do not call on any other than Allah in mosques. Maybe like this. Let's see. Trying to find this verse. where it says with Allah. The uh, and that the mosques are Allah's. Therefore, call not upon anyone with Allah. Making your worship pure for Him alone. So this is Surah Jinn, Ayat 18. Do not associate or call on. Do not invoke with Allah anyone. Ajah, this is about, so pray not unto Allah along with, so pray not unto anyone along with Allah. Okay, this is not praying, but then they take equals with Allah. Let's see if I can find an verse, ayat. They take equals, not besides, but with Allah. So then we can defeat anyway. Any Shia, any Muslim may come, any Imam may come. Sorry, Imam. He's a very nice. He's a father, a spiritual father. Still, there are some who take others as Allah's equal. No. Oh, yeah, but this is min duni. Again, besides. No, it's besides. Love. Can't find where is it? I found equal with Allah another deity. Do not make equals with Allah another deity. Become censored and forsaken. Surah Isra, Ayat 22. Do not make with Allah another deity and become censored and forsaken. Yes, Surah 17, Ayat 22. No deity should be taken. So what is a deity? And what actually, where's the transliteration of this ayat? I can't find it. Surah 17, Ayat 22. I've seen Quran.com. So there's a contradiction, right? If it says, do not make a difference between Allah. Do not differentiate between Allah and the messengers. And do not make with Allah God another. Okay. Lest you will sit disgraced, forsaken. But when you say that the messengers, when Allah is saying the messengers, Allah and the messengers do not differentiate between them, then they become gods, right? Allah. Don't they? And then you might want to then go into Sufism and try to reconcile and say the wajud, like then Ibn Arabi, right? All things are one, unity, Surah Ikhlas, but in Surah Ikhlas, Shirk is unforgivable. If Allah had willed, we would not have associated partners. None is similar to Allah. There is none comparable to Him. Means that there's no one resembles Him. No one resembles Him in anything or is equivalent to Him in any respect. Meaning, either in the reality of being or in fact that He is the only effective power or in any of His qualities or attributes. And there's another ayat, none is similar to Him, which I can't find, but this is Surah Ikhlas ayat, surah from Surah. There's nothing like Him. Ayat, this means that Allah is not of the genre of any creature. Also the reason for the revelation of Surah Ikhlas is because of ... Islam, excuse me, sorry, islamweb.net, and from here IIUM, seekers.edu.my, and seekersguidance.org, Islamic beliefs. See this? No copyrights infringement intended. Wait a minute. So, I'm quite a challenge for Zionist Khan also, but in a peaceful way, academic way. Okay, so we go back to this ayat. Do you see what this ayat says? Surah 4, ayat 150. And indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers and wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers, between Allah and His messengers. Let's look at the Quran ayats. Let's look at the Quran wordings. Surah Nisa, ayat 150. Let me show you. Quran.com. Indeed, those who disbelieve in Allah and His messengers, and they wish that they differentiate, fariqu, yufarqu. You see, like farq in Urdu, farq, differentiate, bring differences between Allah and His messengers. Between, baina. It's not between the messengers, different messengers that have come, but between Allah and His messengers. They wish to differentiate. Yani farq nikale, farq kar, like between Allah. I don't know how to say this in Urdu, but I know this word in Urdu, farq. Differentiate. Between Allah and His messengers. You know what between Allah and His messengers means? And they say we believe in some and we disbelieve. That's another matter. Wait a minute. They differentiate between Allah and His messengers. And we believe in some and we did. No. Stop here. They differentiate between Allah and His messengers. And they say, yaquluna, and they say we believe in some and we disbelieve in others. And they wish that they take between that away. Sabilan, like what? Away. Between away. And they take between, way between, like middle way, I guess. That's okay. But here, differentiate between Allah and His messengers, or the different messengers. Okay, you've got again Allah saying something like here, ayat, they are indeed the true disbelievers, and we have prepared for the disbelievers a humiliating punishment. As for those who believe in Allah and His messengers, accepting all. Okay, this is like accepting all His messengers, you can say, right? Rejecting none of the messengers, meaning He will surely give them their reward, and this is well put. This is okay. It'll pass. But here, it is saying that these disbelievers wish to differentiate, or another word here, distinction between, would make a distinction. If you don't make a distinction between Allah and His messengers, what would happen? So could some Muslims just, no distinction, no difference, no discrimination, distinction, discriminate, distinction, differentiate. Abul Alamududi. What does it mean? These are the disbelievers in Allah and His messengers and seek to differentiate between Allah and His messengers. What does this mean? Also, who will say what this, let me tell you what they say, what this means, if there is a here. We have, by their claim that they believe in Allah but still reject some of His messengers. But it doesn't say differentiate between messengers. They say differentiate between Allah and His messengers, the ayat is saying. The disbelievers want to differentiate between Allah and His messengers. How many of you Muslims have missed this ayat? And the true meaning of this ayat. Obvious, clear meaning. Allah could say in another ayat, He said, do not differentiate between my messengers, they're all alike. And then we go, this one, Prophet Muhammad is the above everyone, but this ayat I was saying, isn't this a contradiction? 2 ayats, long time ago. I uploaded a video, I think. They are indeed the true disbelievers, and we have prepared for the disbelievers a humiliating punishment. 152, this is okay. I read out. 153, and the people of the book demand that you, O Prophet, bring down for them a revelation in writing from heaven. Now this is another really. When Moses was given the tablet. Maybe from heaven. Did it fall from heaven? The tablet, I don't know that much. I can't remember my own ayats, surahs, my previous religions. How much I've been doing, yet I keep forgetting the numbers and all. So, a revelation in writing from heaven. How many of the prophets got a revelation in writing from heaven? Jewish prophets, Hebrew prophets. No, I don't think they'll be demanding this. So this is another problem. They demanded the Quran to be revealed all at once in writing similar to the tablets of Moses. Okay. This demand is refuted in refuted in Surah 25 ayat 32. They demanded, and more they demanded from Moses. They wanted to see Allah. So a thunderbolt struck them for their wrongdoing. And they also worshipped a calf after receiving clear signs. So this is against the Jews and the Christians also when they were there, before Jesus Christ came. To those who believe in Allah and His messengers and make no distinction between any of the messengers. Better put, right? But this is ayat 1.5. Now this ayat is put good. It doesn't have shirk. 152. But notice this ayat does. 150. Oh my God. Whether you publish a good deed or conceal it or cover evil with pardon, verily Allah doth blot out sins and hath power in the judgment of values. Pardoning capable. Surely those who deny Allah and His messengers and wish to make a distinction or difference between Allah and His messengers. No, it should be between His messengers. Distinction? Even if you put distinction, discriminate between Allah. Now, where's your mind going? Maybe, it's so brainwashed that your reasoning can go, oh, I know where it goes. Oh, distinction between Allah and His messengers. Meaning all are Muslims, what Allah has brought the law and this to every from Abraham to Prophet Muhammad. Distinction between Allah and His messengers. It's not even Allah's commands or laws. Now, what is the meaning and trying to find the meaning in it? You can do that. Where did I put? Oh, so, but it would just look at the obvious meaning. Look at the obvious meaning. Now, who's here? Grishma Tanera. I believe the earth is round, like a ball, not a table flat. I'm Sanatani. Namaste. Namaste, Grishma Taneru. Sorry, did I pronounce your name properly? Oh, God. I believe the earth is round like a ball, not a table flat. I'm a Sanatani. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Although I'd like Muslims to come here. But thank you. So I'm sure you want to learn, you're interested, like how we have taken these things in a wrong way and how deceived and duped we have been. This means distinction, difference between Allah and His messengers don't make. Between Allah and His messengers. Not even Allah's laws. So there you have it. Surah Fat Ayat. Praise Him morning and evening. And another ayat I showed you that it means that the messenger has the, what do you call it, belongs, to him belongs the earth and what is it, that other ayat I can't remember. To him belongs the kingdom of the, or something of the heavens and earth. It is to the messenger also. And Allah gives His sovereignty to whom He wishes, wills, and He takes away His sovereignty from whom He wishes. So sovereign, you can be sovereignty, or His, what do you call it? What's the ayat? To Allah belongs what is in the earth and what is in the heavens, skies. So, please see this. This is shirk. Making no distinction between Allah and His messengers. So please stop against His Highness Aga Khan. But I can do that because I'm an ex-Muslim. But as a Muslim, you can't say anything against His Highness Aga Khan. He's an Imam. And yet he could be an Imam of it's really, I feel so terrible for him that he's from this progeny. He's very confident that he's from Prophet Muhammad, Ali and Fatima. You know what this prophet is? If you take the Sunni hadith, right? Although he might not, he might dodge His Highness. Why am I picking on His Highness? Regarding the hadith of the blind man, regarding the hadith about the blind man who killed his slave woman who had borne him a child, Walad, because she reviled the Prophet. My question, this is islamqa.info. So I just chose this site. Sorry. Thank you. Muslim site. No copyright infringement intended. My question is regarding the two following hadith. A blind man had freed a freed concubine, Walid, who used to insult the Prophet and say bad things about him. He told her not to do that, but she did not stop, and he rebuked her, but she did not heed him. One night, when she started to say bad things about the Prophet and insult him, he took a short sword or dagger, put it on her belly, and pressed it and killed her. A child fell between her legs and became covered by blood. Right? So, the following morning, that was mentioned to the Messenger of Allah. He called the people together and said, I ask by Allah the man who has done this action, and I order him by my right over him that he should stand up. The blind man stood up and said, O Messenger of Allah, I am the one who did it. She used to insult you and say bad things about you. I forbade her, but she did not stop. I rebuked her, but she did not give up her habit. I have two sons like pearls from her, and she was kind to me. Last time she began to insult you, Last night she began to insult you and say bad things about you, so I took a dagger, put it on her belly, and pressed it till I killed her. Thereupon the Prophet said, Bear witness, there's no blood money due for her, classed as Sahih by Al-Albani in Sahih Sunan Abi Dawud 4361. How's that? A blind man had a freed concubine who used to insult the Prophet. So it's recorded, I asked. So this whole thing is in classed as Sahih by Albani in Sahih Sunan an-Nasa'i now, 4081, Sunni Hadith. I noticed that the first narration includes a sentence that is not in the second narration. A child fell between her legs, became covered by blood. I know the punishment of apostasy, and that is to be implemented by the Sultan or the Vice Sultan. What confuses me is the mentioned sentence, as it may mean that the punishment of apostasy applies to fetus as well. Please clarify, is the mentioned sentence authentic from the Prophet? It, if it is authentic, is it possible that it may mean that the man was blind and he did not know that the concubine was pregnant? Right? And if it is authentic, could it mean that the fetus did not die? I do not mean to bring doubts around Islam. I just want to know the answer so that I can refute who tries to distort Islam. May Allah guide you to what pleases Him. Praise be to Allah, the discussion, ruling on the hadith. So here's the ruling, but you have to say Shibi from Ali, a Jewish woman used to revile. So because of the interruption, some hadiths are Shibli, reported by Shibli, this, that. So what is in the end? You can read this. But this is terrible. This hadith is Sahih. So secondly, there's nothing in the report to indicate that there was a fetus in the Jewish woman's womb. This is important. So I want to read the devil's advocate for the Muslims. The one who understands that from the context is mistaken. As for the words in some versions of the report, a child fell between her legs and became covered with blood. This does not indicate that in any way whatsoever. Rather, it seems that it was one of her two children, whom he described as being like pearls, who came to his mother because he felt sorry for her then got covered with blood. Oh God. The evidence for that is that the version of Hadith was narrated by Tabarani. Says her two children came between her legs and became covered with blood. In the version narrated by Bayhaqi, it says her two children fell between her legs covered with blood. This also indicated by what it says in Sualat al-Ajuri, Abu Dawud al-Sijistani, page 201. Abu Dawud said, I heard Musab al-Zubair say, Abdullah ibn Yazid al-Khatami was not a companion of the Prophet. He said he's the one whose mother was killed by the blind man. He's the child who fell between her legs, who reviled the Prophet. Okay, so end quote. So there was no fetus who was killed, and it cannot be the case that Sharia would blame the fetus for its mother's crime. But this crime was terrible. And just because she's insulting the Prophet doesn't mean her husband should kill her. And no bearer of burden shall bear another's burden. Fatir, Surah Fatir, Ayat 18. Despite the difference in various versions of the Hadith and the fact that it is sometimes narrated in Mursal reports from Ikrama, as it was narrated by Abu Ubaid al-Qasim ibn Salam in Al-Amwal, and some scholars criticize the reports of Uthman al-Shah because of some munkar reports among them, and this goes on and on. Basic story incident should be rejected, but nevertheless that does not mean that the basic story of the incident should be rejected. There are other corroborating reports, as mentioned above, which were accepted by earlier and later scholars. Oh. Thirdly, the story is indicative of the justice with which the Muslims dealt with the people of the book, which was brought by Sharia as a mercy to the worlds. The rights of the Jews who had entered into a treaty with the Muslims are guaranteed and protected. It was not permissible to transgress against them by annoying them or harming them in any way. Hence, when the people found a Jewish woman who had been slain, they were upset and they referred the matter to the Prophet, who had given them that covenant and promise of safety and had not taken the jizya from them. He got angry and adjured the Muslims by Allah that one who had done this deed should show himself, so that he might determine his punishment and issue a ruling concerning him. But when he found out that she had broken the covenant time after time by just insulting the Messenger of Allah and reviling him, all her rights were denied, and she deserved the punishment of execution, which Sharia imposes on everyone who reviles the Prophet, whether he is a Muslim, a Dhimmi, or a Muwahid, because transgressing against the status of the prophets is disbelief in Allah Almighty, and it invalidates every sanctity, right, and covenant. It is a major betrayal which deserves the most severe punishment. जला दो इनको, इनकी हाथों को काट burn them. No, don't burn them. Imam Ali burnt someone. Who was he? Who said the other one, Sahaba, that only Allah can burn. No, cut their hands off to this, kill them. Mentioned this issue and said Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah mentioned this issue and said it remains to be said that the hudud punishment can only be carried out by the ruler or his deputy. Then he said the master may carry out master, not some outsider Muslim. The master may carry out the had punishment on his slave based on the evidence that the Prophet said carry out the had punishments on those whom your right hands possess, and others, and it goes on. So, if the slave woman, one of you commits zina, let them. This goes on. So it's very long. I can't read everything. It's just enough that someone insulting the Prophet, and great people. You see, His Highness Aga Khan, even though he's from his progeny, Prophet Muhammad's progeny, through Ali and Fatima, didn't go killing. People have insulted him. Muslims have insulted him, said wrong things about him, that he thinks he's God. Salim Lalani every day, oh no, no, every other day, or maybe on Mondays, when does he come now? On YouTube. And गलत को गलत कहना, what's wrong? Like I learned from, even Mr. Muhammad Raza was saying on Zafar Heretics live stream. So I was very concerned about Mr. Muhammad Raza. He's in trouble with Pakistan. They're after him like anything. And God help him, God protect him. What more can we do to see that Mr. Muhammad Raza is protected and safe from the Pakistani attack on him? So I have Facebook, against terrorists, God help us in Pakistan. I've lived in Pakistan most of my life. And I know, so I had to make these pages when I was in Pakistan. What can we do to save these people, keep them protected? We need to do more, right? From Pakistan. And Pakistanis who want to kill him, or God knows, do harm him, and like Mashal Khan's. And there was a false accusation on Mashal Khan, and they've put false accusations on an ex-Muslim also, Mr. Muhammad Raza, because they can't get their hands on Adam Seeker. Like Zafar Heretic said, Adam Seeker ने तो इनके पाकिस्तानी मुसलमानों के नाक में दम कर दिया है. And they can't get their hands on Adam Seeker. So they're saying he's Adam Seeker, and he said this, he's got ex-Muslims, and they can't do anything against Haris Sultan. So they're after this poor guy, Mr. Muhammad Raza, falsely accusing him and all this. So safety for him, protection. What else can we do? I hope at the international level they will intervene. Please help out. So there's about so the only question mark in this, that His Highness is not leaving. He's saying confidently that he's from the progeny of Ali and Fatima, and he's the true Imam. He's got all the evidence necessary to give to you if you care to see, and he's the rightful Imam. So I don't understand. This Imam doesn't know. Maybe he comes from the Jewish side, but no. Imam Jafar Sadiq's eldest son, Ismail, he comes from. So, and God has also said, Moses, I give Moses the light, guidance, and the light, right? And what else regarding? Let's see, Hud, Ayat. Do you wonder the command of Allah, the mercy of Allah and His blessings be upon you, O population of the home? Surely He is ever praised, Dr. Ghali, praiseworthy, ever glorious. So this is the Ahl al-Bayt. His blessings be upon you, people of the house. Allah's mercy and His blessings, yes, barakat. This is blessing. Not that as Allah and the angels sent blessings on the Prophet. No, no, they sent prayers, salah. Oh, and another thing, this Muslim, I told him, please go first, educate your Muslims what you are saying, right? Because they differ. Salah is not prayer, he's saying. He told me. He was saying. Now, some would say it's a connection. It's a connection. So God connected, let's see, Surah Maida at 44. What is this? What have I saved here? Indeed, we sent down the Torah, in which was guidance and light. Right? So the Torah was also had the light. Moses also had the light. So do not fear the people, but fear me. And according to Ismailis, would they say that this light is Ahmad? Jews did, the rabbi scholars, they were witnesses there too. So do not fear the people, fear me. Versus small price. This is not important, judge it. Then what's this Surah Nur searched out for? Another thing. Those who brought forward the lie are a body among yourself. Oh, this is against penalty grievous. Believers now. So you see the Saleh or Allah and the angels want to get connection with Allah, and if you even try to defend your Muslim Sufi saying that Salah doesn't mean prayer. He told me that. Allah and His angels send Salah. Sallu alayhi. Surah Azab ayat 56. Allah sends His Salah on the Prophet and also His angels. Allah is sending connection. Connecting. Please. So first, tell your majority of Muslims who say and who translate this. Okay, here they've translated it as blessings. Somewhere else, I just found somewhere else. Where was it? Surah. No, and guard your prayers. Guard your salah. Salat. Please then change your translations, Quran translations also. Guard your prayers. So he was saying salat doesn't mean prayer. Sufi Muslim, right? I've forgotten his ID here on YouTube. But he was, you see, he came on this YouTube. Here. Conclusion to 73:10 against 48:16 Quran ayats. 4 hours 29 minutes. And thank you. Yes, I have to show you. Oh no, I can't show you like this live. This is the previous. So I just want to show you that we have a Indian Sanatan here. But this comment, the comment. Thank you. I believe the earth is round like a ball, not a table flat. I am Sanatani. Yes, God hasn't told us that the earth is a globe in the Quran. But what the some the religious scholars and what does Imam say? I wonder what Ismaili Imam says about this ayat. I wish he would at least, and an Imam, at least he should compile the Quran. I mean, no. It should be give us Ismaili's proper order of the Quran, explain each and every verse. Why hasn't he done that? It is very necessary now. Very, very. It's pertinent, right? Impertinent, pertinent. What's the word? Keep forgetting. This is a problem with me. It's very important today's time. Ex-Muslims are coming up. They're leaving Islam. Dr. Khalil Andani has involved himself in these debates now, and he's trying to defend and show us what is Ismaili Islam, explain things like that. So, and Ismaili told me he doesn't represent. I don't know. I wonder. He doesn't represent the Imam. He's not the he's not the authority of the Ismailis. Imam's authority. Now where do we go? But, anyways, we take it from Dr. Khalil Andani. That a very nice video where he says, where he explains how there's evidence and it's better than the Sayyids also, who say that they are Sayyids from the progeny of Ali and Fatima, Prophet Muhammad's progeny. The Imam has that, more evidence than anyone else. So you can, where's that Dr. Khalil Andani's? But don't you think Ismaili is also like, where's my friend here, my brother, empowering family? Don't you think it's very pertinent, right, to have the Imam of this time, today's Imam, to explain each and every verse to his Ismailis and go out and, like I'm doing here, right? So it's important. I would love to have His Highness Aga Khan's murids to come here. If, I don't want to trouble anyone, but it shouldn't, like they say, the burden, how shall I say it? Like Imam के ऊपर एक responsibility है ना. ये कुरान अगर दुश्मन से आया है, if it's come from the enemy, and it's all in a mess, disorderly, the Imam का duty है ना. It's the duty of the Imam, and he's present, and no, he's not being killed. We don't know. He's at risk, but still, he's safer than many ex-Muslims, right? He's ghaib. We don't know where he is. So, shouldn't he explain everything about the Quran ayats like I'm doing here? It is the duty. No, they're showing that, okay, they're making this forest, this, that, helping Muslims. They're Ismailis also, the poverty-stricken areas in Pakistan. When the storm comes, when this comes, when hurricane comes, and all this. You can watch Ismaili TV. How much he's contributing to the environment and helping people in tough areas, living in tough areas, whether floods or storms and all this, how to protect them, how to give them quality life, and then spread it to all others, human beings, I guess. Very, very nice Imam. He's very good, very good. So, but this is missing. This. You see, at this time, we can't afford. Dr. Khalil Andani is doing his best. He's got himself involved in debates. Okay, two Sunni Muslims have theological disagreements. Dr. Khalil Andani thinking Islam. Why do Ismailis pray to the Imam? Is this shirk? 9 days ago. TikTok, short video on YouTube. Very good, but it's not good enough for today's now. What is pertinent is that he should tell us about the whole Quran ayats. Come here and we have discourses, or when he's telling the Sunni Muslims, having a debate with Jake, or Dr. David Wood. A Catholic Muslim dialogue on Islamic Neoplatonism. Neoplatonism, Khalil Andani. Intellectual Catholicism. 1 year ago. Okay, that's the channel, YouTube. Sorry, no copyrights infringement intended. I'm just reading it out through another device. So, where's the one which Dr. Khalil Andani? Huh? Here comes Salim Lalani. Diary of a Comet. What's his 2 days ago? Agha Khan's global financial scam. Allah Bachara. No. No, Allah, he's not. This Imam, he doesn't have scams and all this. Oh, God. I couldn't. It's very. Poor Ismaili Imam. Yes. Hello, poor Ismaili Imam. Salim Lalani. But really now I have to. Oh my God, what is this? Like Khalil Andani has recently uploaded a video that he is definitely, and this is the evidence, that each and every Imam, where's the evidence? Either I have to now search in my library, that Hazir Imam is from the progeny of this terrible Prophet Muhammad and Ali and Fatima. This terrible warmonger and caravan robber and rapist of Safiya and Jaweria, what he did. And I have received no answer. I begged, I really requested the Ismailis. Can't find it. Wait a minute. I'll have to, please wait a minute. I'll have to go into my library. Or is it the short I have to, oh, it's going to take time. Really scared. What is this? this Imam is too good for this religion. Although you may think he can change the religion. Why do Ismailis pray to the Maula, Maulana Hazir Imam attends Jamaati institutional banquet in Mumbai, India, the Ismaili. So he said, you know what Maula Hazir Imam has said? That appreciate the Mughals' contribution in India. Mughals killed the Indians, Hindus, Sanatanis, like anything. This, I was like, oh my God, what is Imam saying? I was so shocked. I've seen this video many times. Maybe it doesn't even go into the Ismaili's mind. Like, what is Imam trying to say? He had fabulous time in India, 11 days, I think, he says. It was just very fabulous for him to be in India. He had a fabulous time in India, but then he just goes to say that enjoy the Mughals were terrible, right? Why do Ismailis pray to the Imam? Is this shirk? Dr. Khalil Andani, okay. Khalil Andani, what does it mean for the Quran to be revealed? Islam, okay. I can't find that. Agha Khan's historical lineage from Prophet Muhammad. Ooh. Dr. Khalil Andani, his channel, right? Thinking Islam. Yes, this one. I found it. Allah Bichara Agha Khan's Salim Lalani. Global scam. There's no scam, nothing. I don't know what has happened to Salim Lalani. Why is he after this poor Imam? I think the Imam needs help. So does Dr. Khalil Andani, and so do the Ismailis. How to give them help? So I tried. Let me see. I'll try more because I really need to help this Imam. He's a spiritual father. You know how they say on the Facebook pages I've seen, our Rouhani family, so handsome, Imam and this, and they really revere him, adore him. These poor Ismailis, they're going to lose, so they don't, even I was crying, maybe when I heard that someone was saying, is Imam dead? And recently I cried and cried, and I was like, you are such a fool. This is it, you see, you have that blood in you. Maula Hazir Imam attends. When I was looking at him, I was really crying this time. I broke because, what a. You see, this is what religion. There's something wrong in our emotional system or mind also. The Ismaili TV is like 24 hours. Yeah, the TV is 24 hours on YouTube. It's on live. So what is wrong with us? Is it the psyche or something? I think the heart. And this Imam was so nice, so great. Wish to discriminate between Allah. What? Sorry, excuse me. I'm so shocked. I'm still shocked, traumatized. Any Ismaili who can help me? So Dr. Khalil, he's made it 100% sure that this Imam, at least what Salim Lalani told us, I was like, okay, this is great Imam. He's not even the son of Prince Ali Khan, you know? So that made me happy. But no, I asked an Ismaili and I was told that DNA has been, so DNA, oh, DNA that is Prince Ali Khan's son. Oh, I was like, I didn't tell him. No, I'm not Agha Khani. Here is the real reflection. He's come, the proud Muslim Sufi. So this is, well, my friend in St. Joseph's College looked like her, Prince Ali Khan's wife. Huh? Oh my God, Ismaili. She came from St. Joseph's Convent School to the college for some months and left. She said she's getting married in France. Oh my God, and she had light hair and looks like her. No, I'm not Agha Khani. But this is the last. You are, oh my God, Agha Khani. No, I'm not. I'm not Agha Khani. But I like Agha Khan. It doesn't make me an Agha Khani. Many prime ministers, presidents, and politicians respect him and like him. Do you think a Trudeau of Canada is an Agha Khani? Huh? Oh, so now you want to tell me about my Shia 12th Imam doctrine? So it was no, it's confirmed that His Highness Aga Khan, son of Prince Ali, Bohra, or 7 Ismaili Bohra, Zaidani. I was a 12er Shia, not a 7 is Ismaili. Not a Bohra Shia, not a Zaidani, not a Zaidi Shia, but a 12er Shia. Uh, is Aga Khan the son of elder son of Prince Ali Khan by first wife? Britannica, thank you. Ishna Ashari, yes. There are many, right? There are even Alawites. Where do the Alawites come from? In Syria, I heard there are still Alawites. Alawites. Let's see. This is also a branch of Shia Islam. Nusayrites. They believe that Ali was a Ghullat branch. Splintered. Mu'tazila. Are Mu'tazilites also Shias? Why Aga Khan make only dua, not prayers? Why not? Huh? You said Salat is not prayer. Yes, Mu'tazilites are also were also Shias. Syrian population. The Alawites, also known as Nusayrites, are an ethno-religious group that live primarily in the Levant and follow Alawism, a religious sect that splintered from early Shiism as a Khullat branch during the 9th century Alawites venerate Ali ibn Abu Talib, revered as the first Imam in the 12th school, as a physical manifestation of God. Do you see where the Shias have gone? Some. Sorry, I don't know what you mean by this. Ask them. Zara. Alawites venerate. Okay, the group was founded by Ibn Nusayr. Is this the one that my aunt was telling me that they believe? Or those Sunni Muslims who say we think that God, Ali is God. But um, the group was founded by Ibn Nusayr during the 9th century. That Ali is God and Imam Ali used to kill them. Agha Khani. Ask them. I've tried to ask them. I've even called them on Facebook. Ibn Saba. Uh, what has Ibn Saba got to do with Khanis? He was not an Imam. As a physical manifestation of God, the group was founded by Ibn Nusayr during the 9th century. Ibn Nusayr was a disciple of the 10th Twelver Imam Ali al-Hadi and of the 11th Twelver Imam Hassan al-Askari. He was a disciple. For this reason, Alawites are also called Nusayris. Surveys suggest Alawites represent an important portion. So many. Oh my God. What is this? Alawites identify. Who's the head of these Alawites? The sect does not prohibit the consumption of alcoholic drinks on its adherents. Ooh. Nusayri theology is based on the belief in reincarnation and views Ali as a divine incarnation of God. Moreover, Alawite clergy and scholarship insists that their religion is also theologically distinct from Shiism. Yes. Alawites have historically kept their belief secret from outsiders and non-initiated Alawites. I'm so confused. Why has this happened in Islam? I was told that Imam Ali used to kill them. These are the ones, the Nusayris. कौम नुसैरी के रब कीजिए jaldi मदद. You cute and innocent. Oh, why? Oh, I can be such a devil. You know, a real reflection. I'm cute like a monkey. Monkeys are cute. Oh yes, when I get angry, I'm not that innocent. No one is innocent, right? Hey, Quran says, do not call yourself innocent. They are naughty. Who are naughty? He's come. A real reflection. I've given your answers. Go back in the live stream. Watch it. All you've said wrong. Alawites are often called Ansaris. Oh, according to some. Okay. This is another problem in Islam, you see. As to the change from Nusayri to Alawi, most studies agree that the term Alawi was not used until after World War I and probably coined and circulated by Muhammad Amin Ghalib al-Tawil, an Ottoman official. Alawi appear 11th Nusayri tribe. Oh, this is not Ismaili, this is Nusayri. Genealogy, origin, Hassan al-Askari, 11th Imam. Problems start in Shia Islam. Even by the Imams, they start problem. Hassan al-Askari's they are descendants of the followers of the 11th Imam, Hassan al-Askari, and his pupil Ibn Nusair. What true, what false now? Oh, I see. So confusing. Many prominent Alawite tribes. This is for you, this, you see, answer to a Muslim Sufi and another Shirk, answer to a Muslim Sufi. I've answered you. The statements you made last time, the real reflection is here. Let me show you that this one. Sorry, excuse me, no copyright infringement intended. Now I'm going funny. Oh, can I teach you Islam? Why not? Huh? Who will teach you Islam? Who has taught you Islam? Ibn Arabi, you said, is your mentor. You know who? Let us find out about Ibn Arabi. You will teach? No. I don't teach Islam. I teach you to leave Islam. That's what I teach you. I show you. Very good question. I mean, you see, you said that Ibn Arabi was your mentor. Now, we go back to Ibn Arabi. So, Muslim scholar, mystic, poet, and philosopher. Extremely influential with Islamic thought. Traditional. I don't know much. I had his book, but I didn't read. There was another one whose book I had. Who was what? I can't find. Can't remember his name. You have no valid reason to leave Islam. I see now. You don't make these statements against me. I do many. Why don't you know that? Why don't you know that? Please go through my live streams and see the valid reasons that I've given with evidence. That's what I'm helping you. I've come here, but you're not willing to even accept that my reasons are valid. How can I help you? You see, you've drawn a conclusion, then you say you're contradicting your. Then you say, then teach me. I will help you. I don't teach. I just teach you how you see. Look at the contradictions. I show you my research. I show you there's a shirk. Achha, he was the one who brought about Insan al-Kamil. I saw myself in the village of a Sharaf near Seville. There I saw a plain on which rose an elevation. On this elevation the Prophet stood, and a man whom I did not know approached him. They embraced each other so violently that they seemed to interpenetrate and become one person. Great brightness concealed them from the eyes of the people. I would like to know, I thought, who is this strange man? Then I heard someone say, this is the traditionalist Ali ibn Hazm. Who's Ali ibn Hazm? I had never heard Ibn Hazm's name before. One of my sheikhs, whom I questioned, informed me that this man is an authority in the field of science of hadith. Only having debates and discussions, shirk. I don't have debates. I like honest people who can see, you see, who have not made up their minds about us. But you don't see, you seem to have made up your mind that I should not leave Islam. I don't have a valid reason. I do not understand shirk. You don't understand shirk. From the Quran ayats? Zara try. There's a H in my name. A Princess Zahra Agha Khan doesn't have a H. Whatever. I don't understand shirk. Okay, I'll try. I will help you, brother. You see. Now he had a dream. I also had a dream about Prophet Muhammad was at the foot of my bed. I can tell you, I had visions, I had dreams. Would you believe that? But it did make me a very scholarly person and all this. Prophet Muhammad came at the bed of my, at the foot of my bed when I was sleeping, lying straight, right? And he said, "My daughter Fatima." Then she appeared. And she's the one who told me, "We cannot make you believe in us in silence." In us was in silence. So I thought, whatever hadith is, it must come from his daughter. Because she's the one who said, you see, Rasulullah, he came in beige color, very, he didn't even have any turban on. No, he was like in shalwar kameez, beige shalwar kameez. Bipolar disorder, hallucinations. Yes, so why don't you think that even Ibn Arabi, sorry to say, has that? But I saw him in a dream. I didn't have a vision of him. And at that time, I didn't have bipolar disorder or hallucinations. You don't call a dream a hallucination, do you? Would you say in Surah Yusuf that Hazrat Yusuf was having hallucinations because he had this dream that the planets and all, it was a dream. Anyone can have these dreams about Prophet Muhammad. How can you say, how can you put a dream into hallucinations? You cannot do postgraduate unless you cross middle classes. I crossed in my own way. I did my own research, right? Yes, so why don't you take the same thing for yourself and say, first you have to learn the Quran. You can't go into postgraduate gnosis and say it is essence when you haven't gone through the laws and the Sharia, the Quran commandments given to you in the Quran. How can you jump? Excuse me, you don't call dreams hallucinations. Hallucinations, right? Do you mean to, are you telling me that Hazrat Yusuf had hallucinations? God, really shocking. What is this going on with you? Sorry, I cannot have a, I cannot have a reasonable, I cannot help you like this. You do not understand shirk. And so stop blaming me, right? Then teach me. Before that, you said you have no valid reason to leave Islam. Please don't put words in my mouth. Brother, what hallucination? It was a dream. So was Yusuf having hallucinations? If you call dreams, please go ask a psychiatrist or a psychologist, do some research. When you sleep, your five senses are dead, wherefrom you got dream. Tell me the memory card who stored imaginations, pictures, and sounds you had. What are you talking about? I'm telling you I had a dream. Sorry, I don't understand your English. Where you're all over the place. Again, dream is when you're sleeping and you have a dream. I don't know how to define a dream. In your sleep, you have the dream. Now, if you need the definition of a dream, you go to Google and say define dream, right? But it's not hallucination. My point is, it's not hallucination, and it's not bipolar disorder. I didn't have bipolar disorder in 1994 or 1995. I wasn't hearing voices or feeling things that were not there. Actually, I had telepathy. My mother heard my voice when I was in London and my mother was in Karachi. Exactly the same way I called my mother twice only. Series of thoughts, images, and sensations occurring in a person's mind during sleep. A cherished no, this is the one. So now I'm saying it's not a hallucination. So please, do you understand? How can I talk to you? How can I communicate with you? Do you understand Urdu? Are you Pakistani? Remember when Joseph said to his father, "Oh, my father, oh, my dear father, indeed I dreamt of 11 stars and the sun and the moon. I saw them prostrating to me." Ah, you are Pakistani? Oh, here is Houston Euler. Ah, so that death of five senses explains why I have never heard my alarm clock radio. No, you are not Pakistani, okay. But you know Urdu, you're Indian? Thank you, Houston Euler, for coming here, helping again. Oh, yes, he says yes. Okay, you are Indian. Okay, now, so the death of five senses? Or could it be because you said hallucination, bipolar. I'm telling you, I had a dream. Please don't, you're jumping here and there. Please, what is this monkey business going on? Sorry. Please, can you not jump to conclusions about me? You see here, because what? Dream, and then is it a dream? Your father, my father, indeed, I saw. Oh, it doesn't say dream here. So then the vision, Ruyaka, could Yusuf is not saying dream. I'm sorry, brother, you're a distraction. I'll have to put you on timeout. 5 minutes, you're on timeout. Okay. I'm sorry, don't distract me. I get distracted very easily, that's my problem. So he said, "Oh, my son, do not relate your vision." Oh, so it's not a dream. What is a dream called in Arabic? Huh? I saw when Yusuf said to his father, "Oh, my father, indeed I saw Ra'aytu 11 stars and the sun and the moon. And so will your Lord choose you, O Joseph, and teach you the interpretation of dreams." No. "And thus will choose you, your Lord, and will teach you of Tawil, interpretation of the narratives, a hadith." Doesn't say dreams. This Quran is, what is this? Arabs. Thank you for Quran.com, word by word. It doesn't say dreams. It says he will teach you. Here it says narratives. A hadith. Didn't say dream. And complete his favor on you. So was Yusuf hallucinating? He says he had a vision. He doesn't say he was sleeping and he had a dream. Oh, I have a Houston Euler. Last time you said that the Saul and Goliath uh, prophecies and they didn't have this fight or what? Or maybe I misunderstood you. Uh, can't remember the Bible. What happened in the Bible? You're trying to say something to me? So I went to Goliath and Saul. Maybe I misunderstood you. Wikipedia it says here, but something it says very surprising, very shocking. Here it says, you know, this features in 2 Samuel 21:19, in which Elhanan kills Goliath, the Gittite, or Gittite, maybe Gittite, and that the authors of the Deuteronomic history changed the original text to credit the victory to the more famous character David. And these are the citations. Halpern 2003 and whoops, 4. Finkelstein and Silberman, 2007, page 196. The fight with Goliath happened several years after Saul became king. But Quran makes it look as if it was at the beginning of his reign. Okay. Imtiaz loan. Is there anything I can do for you, madam? No, thank you, Imtiaz loan. Nothing, sir. Houston. Okay, let me just get this. Died. Try to. The fight with Goliath happened several years after Saul became king. Saul became king. The story signified King Saul's unfitness to rule, as Saul himself should have fought for Israel. But Quran makes it look as if it was at the beginning of his reign. Okay? Saul was king, but he was unfit to rule. Goliath is a man in the book of Samuel described as a Philistine giant defeated by the young David in single combat. The story signified King Saul's unfitness to rule, as Saul himself should have fought for Israel. Unfit. Saul was unfit to rule as king. And the Quran, Saul, Quran, yeah. I was going there, trying to search for it. It says, children of Israel wanted, Surah 2, Ayat 246 says, children of Israel wanted a king so they could be able to fight for Allah. But that's not what the Tanakh actually says. Okay, now I got it. Saul was king. Uh-huh. 1 Samuel 8, paragraph 8, verse 5. And said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. Okay, now I got it a little bit. That Saul became king, but Quran makes it look as if it was the beginning of his reign. Thank you for this explanation. I just needed a more clarify on this point. Thank you, Houston Euler. Thank you for being here. It's such a honor to have you. Surah 2, Ayat 246. You know, I'm slow at getting things even. So I apologize. Have you not seen those chiefs of the children of Israel after Moses? They said to one of the prophets, Appoint for us a king, and we will fight in the cause of Allah. He said, Are you not going to cower if ordered to fight? They replied, How could we refuse to fight in the cause of Allah while we were driven out of our homes and separated from our children? But when they were ordered to fight, they fled except for a few of them, and Allah has perfect knowledge of the wrongdoers. Okay, look at, oh, thank you. Okay, I will get it. I will get it. Okay, thank you, Quran. Surah Baqarah 246 says, Children of Israel wanted a king so they could be able to fight for Allah. Yes, but that's not what the Tanakh actually says. Houston Euler says, 1 Samuel paragraph 8 verse 5 says, And said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. Could be able to fight for Allah. So Saul was not made a king just to fight for Allah, but to judge, be like a judge for like all the nations. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. Houston Euler, so it's different. Saul was made a king. The fight with Goliath happened several years after Saul became king. But Quran makes it look as if it was the beginning of his reign. This also, okay, I got it. So Saul was the king made by, okay, I don't know that whole story of the Bible. So sorry, I'm a bit confused here. So Saul was made a king. Thank you for your help, though. Uh, See, I don't know about the Bible thing, and you know about the Bible story. Yeah? So sorry, I'm trouble questioning you like a, you know, it's like you have to be come down to the nursery level to explain to me. So Samuel, yeah, 8, 7, paragraph 8, verse 7. And the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. That verse 7 shows that God was not pleased that they wanted a king. Oh, the people wanted unto Samuel. Samuel, sorry, not Saul. Okay, hearken unto the voice of the people. Uh, that verse 7 shows that God was not pleased that they wanted a king. Why, LY, 3 people, your stream? It's a very small stream. Many people don't come here. So, okay. God hearken unto the voice of the people. But the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people in all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but they have rejected. No. Here God is saying that He approves of Samuel hearkening, right? Unto the voice. God wants Samuel to become the king, was pleased. Samuel 8, 7. 7. Houston Euler, I'm confused here. And the Lord told him to listen to all. So the Lord is agreeing. Bible Gateway, thank you. No copyright infringement intended. And the Lord told him, listen to all that the people are saying to you, right? So, oh God. It is not you they have rejected, but they have rejected me as their king. So if they take Saul as king, it's Saul, not Samuel, right? But this is in Samuel, book of Samuel. Which God got killed on cross and who killed him? Please, reflection. Uh, you're a little, you're distracting here. Houston Euler, yes, God gives the people what they ask for, but it is obvious that God sees this as an insult, a rejection of God being their king. No. This is that if they do not take you as king, they have rejected me as the king, right? And this is Samuel. When Samuel grew up old, Samuel at Ramah. But when they said, give us a king to lead us. Oh, this is Samuel, not Saul. So he prayed to the Lord. And when they said, give us a king to lead us, this displeased Samuel, not the Lord. Yes, Israel already had a king. God was their king. Yes, but this verse is not saying that God had rejected them. Sorry, I don't understand. You're saying God felt displeased. But here Samuel is displeased. So he prayed to the Lord. And the Lord told him, listen to all the people. They are saying to you. What they are saying to you, listen to them. God answered him, it is not you they have rejected, but they have rejected me as their king. I think I should read the whole passage to understand. When Samuel grew old, he appointed. Oh, I need to know the background also. What you're saying is that the Israel, yes, Israel already had a king. God was their king. The Quran said they wanted a king in order to be able to fight for Allah. Verse 4 says they wanted a king because Samuel's sons were corrupt. Verse 4, the Quran said they wanted a king in order to be able to fight for Allah. Verse 4 says they wanted a king because Samuel's sons were corrupt. Yes, so they wanted a king. And then, am I missing the English, the background and everything else? Well, about this, I need to read. When Samuel grew old, he appointed sons as Israel's leaders. Okay, Samuel appointed his sons as Israel's leaders. The name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of his second was Abijah, and they served at Beersheba. But his sons did not follow his ways. They turned aside after dishonest gain. Yes, his sons became corrupted and accepted bribes and perverted justice. Yes, and his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucrative, taking bribes, perverted judgment. Yes, dishonest, lucrative gains. So all the elders of Israel gathered together and came to Samuel. Samuel was a leader. He appointed, so he appointed his sons as Israel's leaders, meaning kings, right? But this is the way of Israel. So all the elders of Israel gathered together and came to Samuel at Ramah. They said to him, "You are old, and your sons do not follow your ways. Now appoint a king to lead." Yes, because so Samuel was the king, not God. Samuel was a prophet and a king, right? And King David was also king and a prophet. Please, the real reflection. Saul was the first king. Oh, then Saul became. Oh, yes, Saul was the first king. But being a leader, Israel asked for a king. So you're seeing here, quite confusing. This displeased Samuel. But when they said, "Give us a king to lead us," this displeased Samuel. So he prayed to the Lord, and the Lord told him, "Listen to all that the people are saying to you. It is not you they have rejected, but they have rejected me as their king, as they have done from the day I brought them up out of Egypt until this day, forsaking me and serving other gods. So they are doing to you. Now listen to them, but warn them solemnly, and let them know that the king who will reign over them will claim as his rights." But this was like a curse. Oh, God is. Samuel told all the words of the Lord to the people who were asking him for a king. He said, "This is what the king who will reign over you will claim as his rights. He will take your sons and make them serve with his chariots and horses." Okay, now I'm understanding your right, Houston Euler. In the Bible, prophet does not mean leader or king. Most prophets in the Bible were not kings. Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Samuel, Nathan, none were leaders. Was David was king, right? Solomon also? Yeah, so I had to read the background and the whole passage to understand what you're trying to say. But the people refused to listen to Samuel. No, they said, we want a king over us. Then we will be like all the other nations with a king to lead us and to go out before us and fight our battles. When Samuel heard all that the people said, he repeated it before the Lord. The Lord answered, listen to them and give them a king. I mean, this is a like, okay, listen to them and give them a king, and then they'll get it from this king. Yes, David was a king, but very few kings were prophets. Yes, and here it sounds like now that the Lord is, although he's telling Samuel to listen to them and give them a king, you mean to say he's not pleased. He's not pleased with them, right, Houston? Because you said here previously in this comment, and there's only God could be the king, you said. Israel's king was God. Yes, I'm Christian. I said, so, yes, God gives the people what they ask for, but it is obvious that God sees this as an insult, a rejection of God being their king. Yes. Okay, now I'm getting it because I didn't read the whole passage. So I don't know the story in detail completely. Okay, now so that's why everyone go back to your own town, Samuel said to the Israelites. Okay, yes, that is not how the Quran describes the reason why. They wanted a king, and Quran does not describe God's response also, yes. You are denying half of your scriptures. Excuse me, the real reflection. Have you come to distract us? Please, which half scripture? Go back to your own town. You mean they? You mean they did not immediately rush out to fight for Allah? Go back to your own town. Go back to your own town. You mean they did not? Sorry, I didn't get this, Houston Euler. You are denying. Oh goodness, please, real reflection. It's very hard, difficult. I don't know this passage. So, okay, God listened, said, okay, listen to them, and this king they want, give them what they want. Quran says they wanted a king so that they could, yeah, that I understood very clearly. The Quran ayat, I understood that they wanted a king so they could be able to fight for Allah. Yeah, I understand there's a complete contradiction between the Bible and on the soul and Goliath and Abrahamic religions. This is the real reflection. Okay, no, I understand the Quran, what God wanted. What you told me, I understand. I read the ayat. But here, this story I didn't know. I mean, I must have read it a long time ago when I had the Bible to refresh myself. What is this going on? Maybe I didn't read this whole story even when I had the Bible. Get to the book of Samuel, right? So thanks. Yeah. Next verse, Quran, Surah 2, Ayat 247 says they did not want Saul to be their king because he was not wealthy. I remember. Okay. So, yeah, I'm really bad at, you know, taking the Quran and the Bible and comparing them. For this, look at the first few verses of 1 Samuel 9. to see if it looks like Saul was poor. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is good help now, since you are here. Oops, I haven't saved this, so where am I? I think I should go here. Fox. Samuel. His father was wealthy. He owned many servants and animals. Okay. 1 Samuel. I see. No, I haven't compared this recently. I've forgotten about this. Since the thing has come up and you're here, I see. There was a Benjamite, a man of standing, whose name was Kish. So you said Samuel 9, right? Found everywhere in Israel. I'll have to read this. Look, he said, I have a quarter of a shekel of silver. Saul said to a servant, come, let's go. So they set out. And they were going. Okay, now I got it. Philemon Lamdaba. I love you, Sister Zahra. God bless you. Oh my God, thank you so much. Philemon, are you a female or male? Brother, sister, thank you so much for your love. Oh my God, that's a lot for me. Love is something, what a great gift. Thank you, brother, sister. God bless you too. Your family members, always much. Oh my God, I don't know what to say here. Philemon, his father was wealthy. So I don't know about the Bible, about Saul being, because his father was wealthy, and so this contradicts. So I haven't reached, that part where I'm taking the Quran ayats and showing through the Bible that there are contradictions. You see, because the Muslims anyhow would not agree that they've changed, and they can even show from, you can see in Wikipedia what I showed you. So Surah Tawbah 2:3 ayats shows that Saul and his father were wealthy. You mean 9:2-3 and where? Where? Oh, here 9, not Surah. Let me see, 9. Formerly in Israel, if some, 9:2-3. 9:2-3. Kish had a son named Saul. As handsome a young man as he could be found anywhere in Israel, and he was a head taller than anyone else. Now the donkeys belonging to Saul's father, Kish, were lost, and Kish said to his son Saul, take one of the servants with you and go and look for the donkeys. Yeah, it shows that. So he passed through the hill country of Ephraim and through the area around Shali. Yeah, that he had donkeys, and of his servants. Take one servant from the servants, plural. Yes, yes, I get that now. Yes, I got it. Houston Euler. Sorry, I was thinking about the Quran. Uh, sorry, I got that wrong in the first instance. Sarah, you only like jokes to discuss with you. You only like jokers. Uh, Sorry, real reflection. I cannot allow you. I'm going to time you out for 10 minutes. Shows they have multiple servants. Yes, and enough donkeys requiring 2 people to handle. Yeah. But will this, yeah, so yes, it's different from, you know, the story against the Quran ayats. Definitely different. but this was right now, not my research or like, so being feeling tired and also. But the Muslims won't believe this. The Prophet told them Allah has appointed Saul to be your king. They protest. How can he be our king when some of us are more deserving of kinship than he, and he has not been blessed with not blessed with vast riches, they say here. Not, he replied, they don't say he's poor. The Quran ayat doesn't say he's poor, does it? Abundance of wealth, it says. Houston Euler. It doesn't say, but it says like he doesn't have enough wealth. Enough wealth doesn't mean he's poor. So this. Anyhow, thank you so much, Houston Euler. But I'll be very slow. I'll have to. Right now, I will not be able to do justice to the differences between. First, it will, between the Bible story, that we leave it for maybe later on, right? But since you're here, um, it's going to take, I'll be very slow and try to understand. It'll be giving you trouble also on this, right? But definitely these scriptures have more weight against the Quran ayats. You don't see you don't see them in details. You don't even see the Prophet Muhammad's life in the Quran. You know, about Prophet Muhammad's life, like in Jesus's life in the Bible. Even though someone told me that 30 years of Jesus are missing, but the main story is there that you can take, and it's better. It's better than the Quran, which doesn't have anything, no birth, mother's name, nothing in the Quran. So definitely, the Christians have, and the Jews, their books are better than the Quran. The scriptures are better than the Quran. Whether what I read in Wikipedia, that in Deuteronomic history changed the original text to credit the victory of the more famous character of David, but still I would say that the Bible is better than the Quran. True, there are some people that see Muhammad only named like 4 times, so they don't believe that Muhammad actually existed, even, yes. Like Mr. J from P-Fender, and who's Saudi Al-Fadi, you know? Mr. J from P-Fender? They say, like, who existed? Who is he? Who's this Muhammad? Did he? But oh no, the Shias have more evidence that Muhammad existed, because then Muhammad's progeny is there, and they have pilgrimages and all. And there's His Highness Al Khan. Do you know about His Highness Al Khan from the progeny? He's an imam. Yes, I know of J, but I am not convinced of their theory. I see. Why? And Al Fadi? So, but the Sunnis, you can tell them that Muhammad doesn't exist, and they might believe in it. But they can believe in it. But we, the Shias, I put a comment there that for us Shias, for the Shias, I know, how can you say that Muhammad didn't exist? What about the graveyard in Medina, where Fatima Zahra, Imam Jafar Sadiq's grave is there? So this. One reason I don't believe the theory is because of all the embarrassing things they put into their texts. Embarrassing things? Yes, I know of J, but I'm not convinced of their theory. What J's theory? One reason I don't believe the theory is they say they have evidence that Muhammad didn't exist into their text. Whose text? Sorry, I didn't get you, Houston Euler. So, one reason I don't believe the theory, J's theory, is because of all the embarrassing things they put into their text. What embarrassing things? Which text? Sorry, I didn't get you, Houston. Brother? So, who is this? Is this your picture? It seems like I've seen him somewhere. This picture, is this? I said the young Einstein, but I was wrong. Whose picture is this? Is this your picture? I've seen this man's picture. Houston Euler. No, the picture you have here, black and white and black. So, pardon, I don't get it, Houston Euler. Sorry. What's in their findings? You would say in J, Mr. J, picture is Nikola Tesla. Now I've heard that name, Nikola Tesla's name. Picture is Nikola Tesla. A meaning? I'm lost now. So, Nikola Tesla. Oh, the picture is Nikola Tesla. Okay, I got that. Oh, I was like, okay, the picture is Nikola Tesla. Who is he? Thank you for that, Nikola Tesla. American inventor and electrical engineer. Oh, okay. A Serbian American inventor. That's why the electricity you gave to that one who said, I really like your picture. Interesting picture. Acha, acha. Okay, so, but about this Jay's thing, why don't you agree? It's not it remains a theory. Does it, are you saying, I'm lost now. So, no, Prophet Muhammad existed, although the Quran, I don't know why the Quran doesn't have his life story. Why do you think the Quran doesn't have Prophet Muhammad's life story? And it's not it's a mumble jumble book. Two of my answers keep being blocked by YouTube. Oh, okay, sorry. I, uh, I don't know why that's happening. I haven't done anything. Why is that happening? Your answers are keep getting blocked by YouTube. You have heard of the Satanic Verses? Yes, Salman Rushdie's book. Oh no, Prophet Muhammad's satanic verses. That's the Sunni side, yes. The Shias have a different thing. Oh, the Prophet Muhammad's satanic verses. Yes, I have read in the Sunni and heard of it in maybe by the ex-Muslims also, yes, where Shaitan deceived Muhammad into believing he received a revelation from Jibril about the idols, praising the idols. Yeah? Yes, yes, I heard about that. It's in the Sunni Hadith, Sunni sources. So now it's more like I have found this. It's the Shia do not have that story. No, not that I know of. They just say that the commentary goes that the pagans were making noises and all this, right? So no, the Shias don't have that story, and not even that he had. My father said somewhere, I've forgotten whether in Hayatul Qulub, but that the Sunni hadiths have all these things that Prophet, there was black magic sorcery done on Prophet Muhammad. That's Nauzubillah, Astaghfirullah. And they say that he was light, being such a pure man, a prophet. Sorry, not a man, but well, a man also, but human being. And no, Shias, I don't think have that story. They try to the when even this, right, the surah, where's the surah, uh, when the prophet wants to how does it go, when the prophet tries to say something. Yeah, Shias, Muhammad tried to persuade the polytheists to join by telling them they could give their prayers to their three pagan birds who would deliver the prayers to Allah. Okay, yeah, I don't remember that. I've heard it many times, but it just flies over my cuckoos. I don't remember it. I forget. I keep forgetting. Not that I don't understand. I understand what was in the Sunni hadiths. When Prophet tries to say something, Satan, what is that Quran ayat? Even the commentary is different in Shias about, uh, I think. So no, the shaitan, not through his mouth, like he can't convince. No, he can't. Like what do you call it? His mind or have that power. And we did not send before you any messenger or prophet. This is before the messenger or prophet. Except that when he spoke, Satan threw into it some whatever. But Allah abolishes that which Satan throws in. Then Allah makes precise his verses. And Allah is knowing and wise. So you've got to see the multilingual Quran commentaries on this. It was not written into the Quran because he claimed the revelation was actually from Shaitan. Yes, yes. Yes, many ex-Muslims have spoken about this. They always give the Sunni hadiths. But they don't, it doesn't help the Shias come out of this religion. Neither does it help the Ismailis nor the Alawites. No Shia can come out of this religion by just quoting Sunni hadiths. So I'm trying to help the Shias. Also, There were also Quran verses about adult breastfeeding and stoning for adultery, but not in Quran because they were eaten by a goat. Yes, yes, all these from Sunni hadiths. That's why I don't go there, because already they've mentioned these things. Apostate, uh, no, no, apostate prophet, yes, and before my the first ex-Muslim I saw was on YouTube was apostate prophet, and then um, they've already quoted these hadiths. That's why I don't go into them. This is for the uh, Sunnis to see. So the Sunni have a hadith saying the eaten verse, yes, 10 breastfeeding was abrogated by another missing verse abrogated that to 5 breastfeeding. Yes. Yes, the Shia say Aisha made all these things up, coming from Aisha and the Umayyad side. This wife that annoyed Prophet Muhammad in Surah Tahrim and all this. And she fought with Imam Ali. So the enemies of his Prophet Muhammad, the hypocrites, they started fabricating hadiths against Prophet Muhammad. So the Shias don't take anything that Aisha has said where it goes against the Quran ayahs or, against what their Imam tells them. Since it didn't come in the Quran, this Quran is complete for us. No ayat missing and goat eating and breastfeeding ayats missing and abrogated and didn't come in the Quran. No, no, nothing like that for the Shias. Right? So that's why I don't go into these things. They've already been mentioned heavily by the and repeatedly by apostates, ex-Muslims. But how to help the Shias come out of this? You see, there's a Shirk ayat here now. This is, you see, wish to discriminate between Allah and His messengers. Can you help me in this? And I want to help the Shias along with the Sunnis, all Muslims. So that's why I don't go to these hadiths of the Sunnis like the ex-Muslims have gone into. Do Shia also have Sharia that allows someone to be considered fathering a child who died 4 years before child was born? Fathering a child who died. Do Shias have a Sharia that allows someone who, can you be direct? Like what a fathering a child who died 4 years before child was born? Sorry, I don't get what you're trying to say here. I mistyped someone fathering a child that was born 4 years after the father died. Fathering a child. Sharia is like he can be a guardian, I think. I'm not sure about those rules, very sure. Why are you. Sorry, I don't know. For this, Sharia and all, I'm just looking at I'm doing the contradictions and all to help the Shias also leave. So if you ask me about the inheritance law, I'm not as good as David Wood. Nowhere near. You see, I don't know, really can't say about that. Sorry. So I didn't even know until much later in my life, like I was 19, 20 years old that there's something that a Shia wife even cannot give a divorce to her husband. The husband has to give a divorce. And if the wife asks for a divorce, and if the husband agrees to give her, that's called khulla, then she loses her meher and all. Sunni use mostly Hafs Quran, which reading do Shia mostly use. Oh, that also I don't know. I'm just taking this Quran. I don't think I have what Shia Quran. I don't know about that. Is there a Shia? Is there a different Shia Quran? I thought it was the same, and the Sunnis were just. I mean, there could be a different translator, Shia translator. But who's a Shia? I don't know who's a Shia translator. So for the Quran, the translation of Ali Kulli Qara is really the best translation into the English language. The translator is very, very good, and it worked for her. The best translation for Shias Quran. Uh, can't go there. I can't go to shiachat.com. Shia author Muhammad Asad's. Where will I find Shia translation? Okay, PDF file. But you see, this is a PDF file. If I want to now go to, they're not very organized. Like I want to click on Surah Al-Taqas. What's Taqasur? Qariya. Adiyat. Zalzala. Taqasur? Yeah, this is the one. Mu'mineen Forever. And it's not as good as Vilayat This is too complicated for me. Break the covenant of Allah after. You see, they put Tawheed, Nabuwat, Vilayat in brackets. And there's no, like Quran.com, they're not very organized like Quran.com is. Sorry. The Shias. YouTube keeps blocking my answers. Oh, okay. I don't know why that's happening. It's not coming here for the review or anything. So I'm not blocking your answers. So you see, now I want to go to, like, I want to go to some surah. I can't, and I have to, like this. So it's not very organized. Even Quran, multilingual Quran, um, not organized. I haven't really. And why should it be different from the Sunnis? And they request from you, O Muhammad, a fatwa concerning women. Say Allah gives you fatwa about them. Oh God! Whoever desires, I'll need a Shia Quran when I need a Shia Quran. So this is one you can go to this Shia Quran. But I really don't need a Shia Quran right now. I don't know what they do. The Shias follow the Hafs Quran? Good question. Do the Shias the Hafs Quran? Which Quran do the Shias follow? I don't know. Yes, at the Quran website they use Hafs reading. I'm not talking about the English. Yeah, I know. Okay. The Shia recite the Quran according to the Kirat of Hafs on authority of Asim. What is this? Huh? What does this mean? The Shia view of the Quran differs from the Sunni view, but the majority of both groups believe that the text is identical. While some Shia disputed the canonical validity of the Uthmanic Codex, the Shia Imams always rejected the idea of alteration of Quran's text. Only 7 Shia scholars have believed in omissions in the Uthmanic Codex. The Shia history, Wikipedia, thank you. The Shia use the same Quran as Sunni Muslims. However, they do not believe that it was first compiled by Uthman ibn Affan. The Shia believe that the Quran was gathered and compiled by Muhammad during his lifetime. This completed version of the Quran was kept next to the pulpit of Muhammad within the Mosque of Medina, where scholars would come to transcribe more copies. Houston Euler says here the front of the Quran used in Saudi Arabia, it says something like Quran according to Hafs. In North Africa, they use Quran according to Warsh, etc. Yes, that you can, that's the Sunni way, yeah. Different kirats, they say, or something, I don't know. Near, near. Acha, near the front of the Quran used in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, they have Hafs and Warsh, I've heard. Uh, Listening to Abdullah Gondal on YouTube with Abdullah Samir. Like there are many versions, differences. And someone told me here that Hatun Tash has found like 36, 38, more than 38 different Qurans. Furthermore, Grand Ayatollah Abul Qasim al-Khui believed that Ali possessed a Quran, tafsir of his own, which included the divinely revealed commentary of the Quran. Where is it? Okay. However, Shia have been accused since at least the 10th century by anti-Shia Sunni Muslims of espousing a theory that the contemporary Quran differs from what was revealed to Muhammad because it was allegedly edited to remove mention of the importance of Ali, the Shia icon and first Shia Imam. The idea that Quran was distorted is regarded by the Sunnis as one of the most blatant examples of Shia heresy, an example of the denunciation of Tabdil, and the belief that the Quran was altered can be found in the work of the 11th century Muslim scholar Ibn Hazm, replying to Christian debating point that Rawafid, a derogatory name for Shia, maintained that the companions of your prophet altered the Quran by way of omissions and additions. This says Ali has a tafsir, but this is a commentary to explain the Quran. Oh, okay. This says Ali has a tafsir. Okay, so the wordings and all are the same, the Sunni Hafs. Or should we take the Warsh or the Hafs? I don't know. I see Wikipedia Shia view of the Quran says Shia use the Hafs used by the Sunni, but has different explanation, including Uthman compilation. It's Uthman's compilation, excluding Uthman's compilation. So they take the Hafs and not the Warsh. And the Imams, what? believe that Ali possessed a Quran tafsir, they put in brackets here, of his own, which included the divinely revealed commentary of the Quran. Divinely revealed commentary of the Quran. Oh, I see. Thank you for pointing out. I missed this bracket one, tafsir. Most Sunni countries use Hafs, so Quran websites Arabic should be the same as the Arabic used by Shia, but I am not certain. Uh, Even I'm not certain what the Arabic, what is missing. I've not heard the Sunni saying that any of their tafsir are divinely revealed. And then how can you even believe in Ali's tafsir? You know what Ali has done with Prophet Muhammad? How can you, like, there's, first of all, I don't find a substantial evidence that Prophet Muhammad was the true prophet from the Quran. Reading the tafsirs that may be of the Shias, which perhaps they should have from Ali, it doesn't make sense in some cases, under some ayats, like the way they, under Surah Tahrim ayat, let's take Surah Tahrim ayat, the Shia tafsir also didn't make sense. I mean, I was shocked. I'm sure the Shia have a way to explain why this is not shirk, but I do not know what it is. I've not heard Sunni saying that any of the tafsirs are divinely revealed. Yeah, and this is the first time I find out, as being a former Shia, that Imam Ali had a tafsir of the Quran, and this tafsir was divinely revealed. But then, how can you believe in Imam Ali? Like, I question the Shias, right? So, yeah, this is the first time I'm finding out. I'm repeating myself. This is the first time I'm finding out that Imam Ali has a Quran. Ali possessed a Quran of his own. Tafsir is put in brackets, so I'm not sure. And which included the divinely revealed commentary of the Quran. And then they say Fatima has secrets. Oh, that's a no. Sorry. Don't want to go there. However, Shia have been accused, okay? So, yeah, derogatory words, Rafidis, rejectors, derogatory name for Shias. It's not Rawafid, maybe in Arabic, but it also Rafidi and or are they the same? I'll have to click on this, but this is not a Rafidi, yeah, Rafidi, rejectors, you see? And according to the Western Islamic scholar, 12 Shia did Eaton Kohlberg, 12 Shia did at one time believe in the distortion of the Quran. And it was common among Shia during the early Islamic centuries. Yeah, I'm sure that the Shias have a way to explain why this is not shirk. What is not shirk? Oh, the divinely revealed tafsirs. The explanation of Surah 9, Ayat 31, making monks and rabbis as lords, is meaning the leaders are incorrectly permitted to contradict the divine scriptures. I don't think the Christians, to put it very simply, would take their monks and their rabbis as lords, right? Very simply. The Shias are what? No, the Shia commentary on this, they should have gotten it from Imam Ali, right? So if the religious scholars are giving it, we go to the multilingual Quran And I can show you the Shia commentary on this. Multilingual Quran. So this is what the Shias give us. And this should come from Imam Ali then. Anyways, this Ahlul Bayt Digital Islamic Library Project, this Shia site, the commentaries from the Shias, Buya Agha Mehdi Buya, religious scholars, M.A. Ali English commentary. Okay, and then you go to Surah Tawbah. It says what is mentioned here is there's nothing to the point. Like the Shias, you see, the ayat says that Masih, son of Maryam, was taken. See commentary for verse 30. Okay. In these verses, the corrupted and distorted beliefs of the Jews and the Christians have been pointed out, because of which they have been grouped with idolaters in the preceding verse. Please refer to the commentary of Ali Imran, now 64. Now, please tell me here, they're not organized also very well. Organized. There's another website, Shia, so I'll have to go to search again. See, it's Raat hui nahi kya? Sallu Habib, sorry. Excuse me, what do you mean by this? I don't know what you mean by this. You go to Surah Tawbah, Shia, Tafsir. We also have this, they also have this, the Shias, al-islam.org. Now, you can't see the Arabic, like if you can't read Arabic, you can't see it like Quran.com has given. Then you have to go like this on every, until you reach Ayat 31. So it's very taxing and time consuming. You have to go down like this, section 2, or maybe from here, I don't know. Very confusing. Yes, on that same page it accuses the monks being false teachers, distorting the words of Allah written in the Injil given from Allah to Jesus, and to be made lords. Like the Christians and the Jews made their rabbis and the monks lords. Can Imam Ali come and tell us what it means? I've asked Imam Ali as a Shia. He never came. I was desperate. We're on this ayat, verse 18, do you see? And how quickly I can reach with it. By just, Quran. I can just Google search and it will give me Quran.com words, like a little, easier than, oh my goodness, this is like, that's why I don't do it this way. So if the Christians obey the false words of the monk instead of the scripture from Allah, that supposedly means they make the monks be lords. Huh? God knows. What about Azra is the son of God? Huh? Was Prophet Azra the son of God? So if the Christians obey the false words of the monk instead of the scripture from Allah, no, their scripture is not from Allah. The scripture is from Jesus Christ or the prophets, right? That supposedly means they make the monks be lords. Supposedly, that's a supposition, right? And if, what if Prophet Muhammad turns out to be a false prophet? Then Imam Ali would also be a false Imam, stealing from these people. How can you say that Prophet Muhammad was a true prophet? I mean, God is a. We don't have, and even if we had Imam Ali's commentary here, right? How can we believe in Prophet Muhammad's progeny when I can't even get the um, evidence of Prophet Muhammad being a true prophet from the Quran ayats? The Quran says Torah, which is actually the first 5 books of the Tanakh. That's basically the same as Old Testament. Torah, yeah, Torah. Maybe he got it from the Jews of his time. He got some things right and some things wrong, Prophet Muhammad, in the Quran. Allah got some things right and some things wrong. In Christianity, the Gospels were written, says Houston Euler, sorry. In Christianity, the Gospels were written from witnesses to Jesus' teaching, not a book written by Jesus, not a book given to Jesus. Yeah, it wasn't a book given to Jesus. I can understand that, and that's why I don't believe in Christianity either, and I don't believe in Judaism either. But what I'm saying is what the Quran has done against, and what Prophet Muhammad has done, and his Allah against the polytheists, the Jews, and the Christians. The Quran even has a place saying the Gospel was given to Moses alongside the Torah. But didn't the tablet come from God to Moses, written alongside Torah? Okay. Even though the events of the Gospel would be 15,000 years in the future. Sorry, 1500 years in the future. The Quran even has a place saying the Gospel was given to Moses alongside the Torah. Gospel was not given to Moses. Injil was not given to Moses. Gospel was given to Jesus. Houston Euler. Quran doesn't say that the gospel was given to Moses alongside the Torah. Where does the Quran say that? So the evil of their deeds have. Oh God, this goes on. Sorry, excuse me. My ears are hurting now. Surah to verse 30. Where? Now oh, I didn't see. Oh God, go back. I think here is the 31. So this, how come then the religious scholars and Imam in Shia Islam they've differed? Don't you think this is in Shia Islam also what God is saying about these Christian monks and rabbis? Don't you think that the 12 Shias should go to hell if His Highness Aga Khan is the true Imam? They become disbelievers? Huh? Houston Euler? What do you say about that? If the Shias say, let's say I'm thinking, so if this ayat here is saying, you know how many 12 Shias rely on the religious scholars for tafsirs, which is given to them by imams, right? They have taken their rabbis and the monks, and so your question here was, no, your statement here was the explanation of No. So if the Christians obey the false words of the monk instead of the scripture from Allah, no, they don't. It's the scripture is not from Allah, from God. That supposedly means they make the monks be lords. No. And if what you're saying is true, according to the Quran ayat, then either the 12 Shias are in deep trouble or the Ismailis are in deep trouble, or the Alawites are in deep trouble, or the Zaydis are in deep trouble, because only one school of thought can be true. And how can, you see, Sufi saying that Imam Ali came in the dream, gave them this and that. How can Imam Ali be helping them when they're deviating from the Quran? I thought tafsir was supposed to be commentary to explain an unclear verse in Quran, not to add new teachings. Yes, of course not. Of course, there's no question about that. I thought you knew tafsir was supposed to be, of course, it is. It's not supposed to be. It is a commentary to explain unclear verses in Quran. So you see, according to what very good thing you've brought out here, in Christianity, the Gospels, no, the Quran has the Quran says Torah, which is actually no. The Quran even has a place for the gospel. No. So if the Christians obey the false words of the monk instead of the scripture, let me show this. So you can read this. The Quran term ahbar is plural form of hibr, which means scholars learned. Unconditioned obedience from Jewish rabbis and Christian monks is a kind of worship done by the Jews and the Christians. Imam Sadiq said, whoever obeys a person is in sinning Allah. He has worshipped him. In what? The verse says they've taken the rabbis. Yeah, you're saying exactly what the Shia commentary is saying here. So Imam Ali has given, you don't, so which Shia are you for? Let's say. Let's say if ask you, which Shia would you be for? Huh? The 12 Shias? And what if the 12 Shias are wrong? I don't know how to ask. Proper question here. Right? हाँ रात तो बहुत गुजर गई है लेकिन ये है कि I'm also very tired, but Houston Euler is mostly maybe he's not. We have timing problems, and tonight is Saturday. It's Sunday now, Saturday night. Sallu Habib. Yes, so please go on, Houston Euler. What else would you like to say? I would like to ask you that if you take the Shia account of this, the way you've put it here, where would the 12 Shias be if His Highness Ah Khan is the true Imam? Huh? Walking, talking. He says he's the walking, talking Quran. Would they not be doing the same things the Christians, Jews have done with their religious scholars, following the religious scholars? Imam Mahdi has gone into occultation. Would they not be sinning? So you see, the problem comes with this kind of religion, very strict. The Sunnis say the Quran is eternal and has existed. Okay, but you haven't given me the answer about this. I don't want to know what the Sunnis are saying about the Quran. Houston Euler. I don't want to know the Sunni what they are saying about the Quran. I want to know. I asked you a question. Okay, I need a break. Sorry, I have to go. Do the Shia say the Quran, Allah that exists prior to creation? I don't know about that. Yeah, the Quran is from Allah, but that's I haven't gone in the eternal word of Allah and all this. Okay, thank you very much. I have to go take a break. Thank you for your help.